Hi, this is Ranadip Madhu. I've come up with another video. This time is a movie review of Coolie, um, released in 14th August 2025. It's a famous movie of Rajnikant and supported by Nagarjuna and Amir Khan. So the movie is all about a person Coolie who was once being sent to overseas in tanker, and somehow he was somewhere, got stuck, and in the mid sea he found that he is now supposed to go to the overseas. Instead, his organ body parts will be used, rather, in deep sea, and that way he somehow escaped from that extreme torture in mid deep sea. And when he will be returning, he will find the actual culprit, who is actually convincing mediocre people of India to go for overseas job, and that way he will be killing, and finally he will be killing the person who is actually convincing him and others for overseas job. So anyway, the story is not about this overseas job irregularities. It's all about gang war only. It's like series of enmity between various between not between, within the gang. It's not a gang war between two gangs, it's a gang war within the gang. So there will be policemen who will be acting as a supporter of the gang leader, and who will be in disguise, and the policeman will be having his wife also be involved in that, in the gang war. So basically, very complex type of situation wherein a gang leader having a son, and that son will be falling in love with the policeman's wife, and policeman wife will be very cunning. So it's like policeman and policewoman both are like couple, and they will be dismissed from the police squad, and they will secretly enter into the gang, and ironically, and they will not be the not be the savior, not be the savior, but they will be the, basically, the criminal in disguise. So a very complicated story, and that the criminal head, the criminal head will be having his son, and that son will be falling in love with the policeman's wife, and the policeman's wife will take advantage of the entire situation. And the irony is that Rajnikant in this is a simple person who has left his past criminal activity in the form of when he was pursuing his coolie inside Visakhapatnam, and Visakhapatnam port, and he's now, right now, a very simple person, and all of a sudden his friend will be killed unknowingly, or it will be made a normal heart attack case. So very pathetic situation. He will be going to see his friends ceremony, friends sea of ceremony, and that time he will come across that his friend's daughter. Shruti Hassan will be acting his friend's daughter. Very complex story, and in this process he will understand that his friend was not being, it was not a normal death, it is a complex death, and it is basically a murder in disguise. So all in all, Shruti Hassan and Rajnikant will be trying to find out the reason behind Shruti Hassan's father's murder, and as a normal commoner, they will all of a sudden will be in touch with this criminal head, Nagarjuna, and while pursuing the reason behind the death of Shruti Hassan's father, Rajnikant's past will be revealed, and everybody will come to know that that criminal's head father was killed by Rajnikant, and in that process, Rajnikant will take revenge from the criminal head, and the criminal head will be uh, killed in the process. So it's a completely a gang war movie involving international inclusion as well, and Amir Khan will be acting as a leader of the international gang, and in the all we will be coming in the end as a guest appearance, acting as a leader of the international gang, and ultimately uh, Amir Khan will forgive Rajnikant and his friends' daughters. So all a very simple and happy ending in the end, and probably the next part of this Coolie Part 2 will be released. So they have shown how a simple man once once gets involved in criminal uh, activity knowingly unknowingly, and then the kind of harassments he or she goes through. So this movie actually portrayed that. Absolutely a gaudy movie, complete blood fluid. Every now and then there will be killings, choppings, uh, then blood bath every time. You'll enjoy not these sequences, but the underlying meaning while watching this movie, because they have shown a very typical characteristic of human beings, that is called reliability, that is called honesty. Gang war is one hand, and the kind of honesty they have shown in terms of kind of faithfulness in pursuing their criminal activity. It's the policeman once saving that criminal head, and in the other hand, the same criminal head will be killing him after knowing his betrayal. And at the same time, the criminal head will be having a son who is following a path of righteousness, is a custom officer falling in love with a girl, and that girl will be is a completely girl is under the is basically a police woman under the wheel, and that police woman will be taking revenge. So very in one moment they have tried to portray faithfulness in terms of creating a relationship in criminal activity. At the same time, the kind of betrayal they have shown in criminal activity as well. They have also tried to portray the betrayal in relationship, be it a love relationship in in the domain of criminal activity, and or be it a love relationship in the domain of normal commoner's life. So this way they have tried to show that though we as a human being want to follow our profession in an honest way, but once we get involved into a criminal activity, then faithfulness, righteousness, sometimes you have to go back. Sometimes put those into a back seat in order to survive. So this basic instinct, survival first, and then going after righteousness, they have tried to address this central idea. So you'll like this movie because it's not a commoner's life movie. It's a movie of a uh, gang, and the people inside the gang, the people inside the gang lead, how their life is so transient and so it's full of chaos, and you'll enjoy a bit because they have not depicted a life of a commoner, they have depicted life of people inside a gang. So nicely put through all in all, and at the same time they have uh, address the relationship, a long lasting relationship, long lost relationship. Rajnikant will be the father of Shruti Hassan. Rajnikant and Shruti Hassan will not be under knowing it. So they have also addressed that though a person who is always under the wheel of criminal activity wanted to get rid of all those past mistakes, but at the end he always wanted to have a relationship, wanted to have a stable um, family, and he always actually supports family. So though he is pursuing his criminal activity knowingly and unknowingly. So all in all, this movie is completely portraying a picture of various people leading a life of chaos, criminal offense inside a gang. So that's all. It's completely a different movie, not a commoner's life movie. We have never realized how people inside a gang or inside a criminal offense will be, and this entire movie actually wanted to address the life, address or portray the life of those people who are in the wheel of criminal activity. So very nicely put through. We have never realized their situation. We always believe that they are bad, they are worse, they should not deserve to be a part of our society. So anyway, a different life being portrayed through this movie Coolie, and Rajnikant has completely justifies this character. Obviously, Nagarjuna is always a leading actor, but this time he has a played a role which is little bit of villainous in nature, but it shows the kind of life in a gang leader should lead. So anyway, nice acting by Nagarjuna as well. And Amir Khan in the end was just a guest appearance, and he has carried the swag very smoothly and very appealing. It was very appealing. He has shown the kind of uh, murderous uh, as well as fearful character, and his character, I think the leader of international gang leader's son character was completely justifiable. So all in all, a very nice movie, and I rate this movie. Though it does not have a very straightforward storyline, but it deserves a rating, which I believe is absolutely right. So it's a 4 out of 5 rating, and yes, every nooks and bits and pieces of the movie very nicely integrated, such that you don't feel disconnected. Initially, probably the s- first and the second part, first part you will feel little bit disconnected, but in the end everything will be knitted properly. So there is not a single point wherein you can uh, question about the connections. So anyway, it's a nice movie, a 4 out of 5 movie. Do want enjoy this movie in OTT platform, and so that's it. If you feel like giving a thumbs up to this video, please do so, and please subscribe my channel Ronnie's Identity in YouTube, and stay tuned for more updates and videos in the future. I wish you a nice night. Bye.